I can see God loving me. I can see God still being there for me. Even though I'm rejecting him, and even though I'm not really living for him, he's still providing for me. He's still making sure I have clothes on my back. He's still making sure I have food to eat. But all along, I don't even care to talk to him. My name is Mykel Pollock, and I'm the media director for Soldiers for Faith Ministries. I grew up in Atlantic City. I guess you can say in one word, it was rough. My dad left my family when I was 4 years old. So there's 4 kids, 1 mom. We didn't have much. Whatever we had, we were grateful for it. We made family a priority, and whatever happened, it was just, we always was there for one another. I grew up as a Christian. Church was fun. I enjoyed it, but after that Sunday, I kind of lived life the way I wanted to. I really thought, God loves me, and I can kind of do whatever I want. And that's the way I lived my life, even through high school and through college. And a little bit after college, I ended up in Bayonne, New Jersey, working in New York City. I was working on a Christian movie in New York, and I was working a job so I can pay the rent, and things were going good, but I still, at the end of the day, I felt something purposeless. I didn't have any joy. I didn't have any kind of drive to live. I discovered a movie called Fireproof, and it was actually given to me by one of the actresses on set of the movie I was working on in New York. She said, "You're a Christian, right?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "You gotta watch this movie. This movie's really good." And so I said, "Okay, cool, I'll watch it." I heard about it a couple different times. So I took it back to my apartment, and in my room, only thing I had was an air mattress and a laptop. And I remember, I said, "Oh, I have that movie Fireproof that the actress gave me. I have the Fireproof movie. Let me watch this, it can get my mind on what's going on in my life, and I can kind of get into the story." So I was critiquing the movie at first, and it was fun, I guess. I was making fun of someone else, but all of a sudden, I was really into the movie. It's about a couple, and they're going through hardships and about to have a divorce. But then they get this love dare challenge. And in this challenge, the husband's on a 40-day journey to really show love to his wife. And as the husband was going through day 1, day 5, day 10 of these journeys, and the wife just ignoring him, I was like, this is kind of my life. I can see God loving me. I can see God still being there for me. I saw that, man, this guy loves his wife that much. Imagine how much God loves me. It was after that movie, I remember sitting there in my apartment, and it was quiet. I remember just sitting there, it was quiet. And I remember saying, I'm done. And I'm tired of living life by myself. It doesn't have any purpose. So after I watched that movie, I really dedicated my life to Christ. I said, there's no more denying it. You're a real God, and I know you can change my life. I read the stories in the Bible. I know the stories in the Bible. And now, as I look at them now, I see it all depended on faith. If they didn't have faith, none of the stories in the Bible would have happened. Everything from the beginning to the end of the Bible is all based on faith, and now I have that. And I know that movies can do this, and I think that's my passion, and that's why I want to glorify God with video, because it changed my life. When I look back at my life and I see the way I used to live, I think about the book of Proverbs. It talks about 2 different ways. It talks about man's way, it talks about God's way. And those are the only 2 ways you can live. You can live based on what you think and what you think is right, or what God's way and what God thinks is right. Media is only going to be in more people's hands. So I think this format of sharing the gospel and revealing God's love through video is going to be more impactful, and I plan to dedicate my life to it.